Hey everyone. Today's topic, how to tell when someone is a good potential partner for you. I've come to realize there's one thing that basically makes this infinitely easier to figure out, and this is why it's so difficult for most people, because they lack this thing. And what I'm talking about is working on yourself. This is what naturally will make it easier for you to spot good partners. And the reason why is because good partners also work on themselves, right? That's what makes them great potential partners. So usually it's easier to tell if somebody works on themselves if you do as well. It helps you figure out what to look for. It's just one of those things in life where you know it if you've already experienced it yourself. And if you're on that journey of constantly becoming a better human being, you are going to have an idea of what great partners will look like, because you'll know some of the qualities that you yourself have been working on, and you'll be able to spot those qualities in other people. So this video isn't me giving you a list of things to look for, because I believe I've actually already done that. It's just more so I had the epiphany that this is like the main deciding factor that will help most people figure out when someone is a good partner for them. You need to spend a lot of time improving yourself, because the more that you do that, you will just naturally be able to spot people who do so as well. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about in this video. If you want to know of some ideas of certain qualities you can look for as well, I can certainly share a few here. These are the main things that I look for myself, and they are emotional maturity, so the person having a good relationship with their emotions, basically someone who is able to control their emotions by not acting on them. I don't mean like hiding their emotions and not feeling them, suppressing them. Nah, none of that crap. They can feel their emotions. They just know when it's not helpful to act on them. So emotional maturity, incredibly important. The other thing that I really look for, self-awareness. That is huge too, because you want someone to know when they're causing issues in relationships, when they're the drama, not you. You know, the worst thing ever is to date someone who has no self-awareness and they place everything they do wrong on other people. So they're constantly tripping over their own toes, and yet they blame you for it. So screw that. I have no patience for that kind of behavior whatsoever. So self-awareness is another huge thing for me. And the third and final quality that I look for, as you notice, this list is very short, because remember, the longer you make your list, the more difficult it will be to find people who meet your criteria. But the third thing that is incredibly important to me is someone being happy on their own. Like, this one is huge, because you don't want the potential partners to place all their happiness on you. That is absolutely horrible. And if someone isn't happy on their own, it's difficult to say whether or not they'll be able to create their own happiness while they're with you. Because most often what ends up happening is people who aren't happy by themselves, they place a ton of insecurities and other expectations on their partners, and it's just really unfair. Nobody wants to deal with that kind of a burden, those kinds of expectations. So yeah, those are the three things that I use to determine whether or not a woman is a good match for me. But in general, there's so many other qualities out there that, the more you work on yourself, you'll just naturally know what to look for. You'll be able to tell probably within, I can't quite quantify it per se, but you'll know within like the first few dates whether or not someone is a good match for you. And if they're not, hopefully the more you work on yourself, you'll have that self-respect and self-love needed to let someone go if you realize they're not a good match for you. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share in this video. I truly hope you found this helpful, or at least interesting, and if you like content like this, be sure to subscribe for more. Otherwise, the easiest way you can help me out is just to throw a like and a comment on the video for the algorithm, and I will see you guys in the next one. Arrivederci!